All right, Ms. Jefferson, then you're all set until February 22nd, ma'am, at 8:36. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm ready on Anderson. This is case number 194523301. The people of the state of Michigan versus Letitia. Could be Sharnice, middle name, but it's cut off. And then Anderson. Defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kashawa Kirkland on behalf of Ms. Anderson, PA 4015. Ms. Anderson, please unmute yourself and state your name for the record.
Good morning. My name is Leticia Anderson.
What's your full name?
Leticia Shante Anderson.
Spell Shante for me.
Shantae.
Mr. Flanagan, what middle name do you have on this? This doesn't say Shante.
No, Your Honor, it says like Sharntae, Sharntae.
Oh, they put a R in there. That shouldn't be.
Is it Sharts?
Is that what's listed on the complaint with an R?
Yes, but the AKA, Your Honor, is Shantae.
That's a shame how they just give a person an AKA when they misspell the name. Put that AKA as the first name. Put that first. They messed up the spelling. You know, that messes people up when they trying to check their record. That misspelling messes them up. And then that's how sometimes they say they didn't know the thing was there because prosecutor's office misspelled their name. Miss Ritter.
It's coffee time.
All right, so it's no R. All right, today is the day set for pretrial, and I'm sorry, how are we proceeding, Ms. Kirkland?
Your Honor, we will move for dismissal in the absence of the complainant.
Ms. Ritter.
Judge, I don't see the complaining witness, Ms. Latidra Fisher, in the waiting room. It's scheduled as a first-time pretrial conference, Judge, and it's from 2019. I'll respectfully ask the court to adjourn a pretrial conference and see if the people can locate the complaining witness to see how we will move forward.
Court is going to deny defense counsel's motion for dismissal, grant the people's request for a one-time adjournment, giving them an opportunity to locate and notify the complaining witness of the obligation that they appear before the court. I'm going to set the matter for February 27th at 8:36. The complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the complaining witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed unless the people have a valid explanation as to why the complaining witness did not appear, or should not be required to appear. Bond will continue.
Thank you.
With no contact with the complaining witness. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
That one
No, Your
snuck
Honor,
up
thank
on
you.
me.
All right, then.
But
Ms.
it's
Anderson,
good
you're all
stuff.
set until February 27th at 9:00 a.m. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right. I don't have some people highlighted. Let's see. All right, are we ready on Morgan, Williams, Harris?
I got nothing here.
Yes to Morgan and Williams, Your Honor.
My flight got delayed.
If we could just save Harris for last, but I'm already on Morgan and Williams.
So I'm just live streaming this.
Mr. Flanagan, did you already perhaps send me a register on Morgan? It's on arraignment on a bench warrant. Is it a review or just I shouldn't say a review. Is it scheduled for, is it in the pre-trial stages or the post-trial stages?
Post-trial, Your Honor. I'll send you the ROA in the order.
Who's the complaining? What's going on in my brain today? Who's the probation officer?
Bumpus.
See if she has a review for that. Let me see.
Okay.
Well, let me see if she sent me one because I didn't check. So let me see. No, she didn't send me one. See if she has a review for that.
Okay.
All right. Okay, this is case number 23-455-9701, the people versus
That happened faster than
DeLorean
I
John
expected.
Williams. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Today is the day set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kashava Kirkland on behalf of Mr. Williams, P84015. Mr. Williams, please unmute yourself and state your name for the record.
DeLorean Williams,
Mr. Williams, what's your middle name, please?
John Terry.
Thank you so much. Today is the day set for pretrial conference. Ms. Kirkland, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we would move for dismissal in the absence of the complainant.
Ms. Ritter?
Your Honor, I don't see the complaining witness, Anita Williams, in the waiting room. However, and for the court's information, Judge, the complaining witness is the mother of defendant, Mr. Williams. However, Judge, it's the first time pretrial conference. I respectfully ask the court to adjourn the pretrial conference and give Ms. Williams one more opportunity to appear, noting that if she does appear, that this may qualify as a transfer to courtroom 338.
It qualifies right now as a transfer. Mr. Flanagan, call next door and see what date they want me to give Mr. Williams for a return pretrial conference where the complainant has to appear.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just hoping to catch lightning in a bottle here.
Okay, Your Honor, February 6th at 8:30.
That can happen in
They're gonna be holding
In
us
this
up.
room
They
at any
feel like they
moment.
could reach the complainant that quick.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna mind nobody's business but my own. February 6th at 8:30. Mr. Williams, when you logged into the court today, did you type
Yes.
in the Zoom ID number or did you go to the website and click on the link?
I typed in the Zoom ID number.
And do you have that Zoom ID number nearby?
Yes.
Okay, look at that Zoom ID number, Mr. Williams, and where you see that 9,
Mhm.
change it to an 8 and log
Okay.
into Judge Garrett's courtroom on February 6th. So it's everything except change that 9 to an 8, okay?
Okay.
All right,
And
anything
you said
further?
February 6th?
Yes, February 6th at 8:30.
Okay.
All right, anything further?
Judge, is the complaining witness required to appear for Judge Garrett on that day?
Mhm.
Nothing further from the people, Judge. Thank you.
All right.
Nothing from defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Then, Mr. Williams, you're all set, sir. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You too. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Flanagan, that message in the chat, that's with respect to the lady that was in person?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, okay, I knew she had missed something. All right. All right, oh, what did Ms. Bumpus say?
I couldn't get a hold of her. I'll call right back.
Don't worry, I'll just have to have them come back. Did you send me the register?
Sending right now.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and do Harris and then Southern, and then I'll look at the register for Morgan.
Well, this is turning into a 200K celebration. You guys are awesome. Thank
Does
you so
anyone
much.
anyone know the person who just came in the?
My name is Donia Harris.
No, ma'am. No, I didn't ask you for your name. Thank you so much. Does anyone know the person who just came into the waiting room?
It's Mr. Ross Springer. I'll change the name.
I
At
didn't ask you
10.
for your name. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you.
My bad.
Ah.
All right, Ms. Ritter, you turned off your camera. I'm ready.
I'm ready, Judge. I'll blow my nose.
Oh, well, you didn't have to tell us. You ain't have to tell us. You just could have said, okay, Judge, I'm ready. Did y'all see? The young lawyers, I love them. All right, this is case number 234460501. The people of the state of
I'm
Michigan
hoping it gets worse somewhere.
versus Danya Harris. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Thank you.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Danya Harris. Ms. Harris, ma'am, please unmute and just say your full name.
Danya Harris.
Today is the date set for final pretrial conference. Ms. Stevenson, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Harris continues her plea of not guilty and continues her jury demand to the February 26th jury trial date.
The court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Harris and set,
Yeah.
continue the matter to jury trial. I don't know, am I
Okay.
in the right book? Okay,
Now that's a deep
so
super chat
let's go to
for those who know.
these other cases. What happened to, oh, Ms. Gibson is going. Didn't we just do Ms.? Wait a minute, why do I have Ms. Gibson on 2 days? What's Ms. Gibson's trial date?
3-5.
Why did I have her on 2/26 also? That's
That's a
weird.
long road.
Okay,
Brittany.
so Ms. Gibson is not even supposed to be on
That's a
that
long
day.
one.
I must have changed it because I didn't just write it. All right, and then what happened to Hearn? They had a final pretrial conference on January 5th.
I think that trial date fell off.
Mr.
That might
Flanagan?
just happen.
Yes, Your Honor, they're not on the docket anymore, February 26th.
We don't know what happened to him, though.
Thank you.
Let me see. You have the
He
first
didn't
name?
make his final pretrial.
Oh, so he was capious.
Yes.
Okay,
Terry,
so
Mr. Flanagan.
with respect to Ms. Harris, then the court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Harris
Oh,
and
good
continue
Lord.
the matter to jury trial February 26th at 10:30 a.m.
That's serious
Any,
stuff there.
anything with respect to that trial date? Any issues or anything that the court needs to be aware of?
Not from the judge.
None on behalf of Ms. Harris, Your Honor.
All right, then we're all set until January, strike that, February the 26th at 10:30 a.m. at 36th District Court in person. Make sure we are properly attired for court, no ripped jeans, no, just send your client a copy of the dress code policy. All right,
Yes, sure.
all right. Then we're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe. Jury trial, February 26th.
Wow. You guys are all so sweet today.
Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that.
Come on, Judge Bryant. We need one classic freak out. We're having a party here. I just need a defendant to show up in their robe. That's all I need. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is January. I almost got some sun in Mexico last week. But that's long
All
gone.
right, I'm ready on Southern. This is case number, these are
Thank you.
case numbers 234482601, 234482801, 234512101, 234512301, the people of the state of Michigan versus Eugene Lewis. Southern defendant is charged in each case with 1 count of retail fraud. And for each case, today is the date set for final pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people. And judges, the court called case number ending in 590.
I don't have a 590 on my docket. But if that's the case from yesterday, then that one too. Can we finish with appearances, please?
For the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Eugene Southern. Mr. Southern, sir, please say your full name.
Gene Lewis Southern.
Today is the date set for final pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Southern and I have had the opportunity to discuss these matters. And we've had the opportunity to confer with the people. At this time, Your Honor, Mr. Southern does wish to avail himself of an offer from the people. He wishes to offer the court a plea of guilty as charged in case number 2304482801. I'm sorry, please, I stand corrected. He wishes to offer the court a plea of guilty as charged in case number 2304559001. We believe he's charged with retail fraud in that matter, and he does wish to waive his rights incident trial and offer the court a plea of guilty as charged in case number 2304512301. We believe he's charged with retail fraud 2nd degree in that matter. Is pursuant to plea agreement with the people, Your Honor, wherein we believe the remaining matters called by the court would be dismissed.
Ms. Ritter?
Judge, that is correct. The people's offer is for Mr. Southern to plead guilty as charged to case number 230-455-9001 and 230-451-2301. In exchange, the people will dismiss case number 230-448-2601, 230-448-2801, and 230-451-2101.
Mr. Southern, you've heard the offer from the people with respect to your cases. Is it your desire to accept that offer, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Southern, I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to share my screen. On my screen will appear, excuse me. Okay, let me pull it up. All right, on my screen is going to appear an advice of rights form. My question to you, Mr. Southern, is have you had an opportunity to review for yourself or to go over with your lawyer your constitutional rights?
Yes, I've seen it.
When you did that, did you understand your constitutional rights, Mr. Southern?
Yes, I did.
Sir, do you understand that these are misdemeanors and therefore you do have a right to a trial as to each of these cases? However, if I accept your guilty plea today, you will be giving up your right to a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Sir, has anyone threatened you in any way or promised you anything that was not placed on the record today to get you to enter into this plea?
No.
And are you currently on probation or parole?
No.
Finally, sir, drawing your attention to number 11 of the advice of rights form. Do you understand, Mr. Southern, that By entering into this voluntary plea, you may be giving up your right to an automatic appeal. And if you were to change your mind about the plea, you would have to request permission of this court to set aside your guilty plea or request permission of the circuit court to appeal the conviction. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
With that understanding, Mr. Southern, do you still want to give up your rights to a trial and enter into it
Yeah.
today?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, Ms. Stevenson.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Mr. Southern, I am going to draw your attention to the date of August 20th, 2023. Mr. Southern, on that date, were you present at 1385 East 8 Mile Road in the city of Detroit, commonly known as Marshall's Stores?
Yes.
Was Marshall's open to the public on that date when you were there?
Yes.
And did you attempt to leave the store with merchandise which Marshall's was offering for sale without paying for that merchandise?
Yes.
Thank you. And then I would, should I do both of them or just finish them one at a time, Judge?
No, both.
And then I would draw your attention to August 22nd, 2023, Mr. Southern. Were you again present at 1385 East 8 Mile Road in the city of Detroit, commonly known as Marshall's Stores?
Yes.
And was Marshall's open to the public while you were there?
Yes.
And did you attempt to leave the store with merchandise Marshall's was offering for sale without paying for that merchandise?
Yes.
And did the value of that merchandise exceed $200 but less than $1,000?
No,
Thank you. With that, Your Honor, defense is satisfied.
he's rolled over on this.
Are the people satisfied?
I'm not satisfied.
No, Judge, the people are not satisfied only because the amount was less than 200. It's retail fraud in the
Oh.
second degree.
Thank you, Ms.
So it was
Ritter.
not more than
There we
200, it
go.
was less than 200.
Let's hope this blows up.
For both of the cases? You're saying for both of the cases?
Well, for one of the cases, it was less than 200. The other case, it was less than 100.
Okay,
I mean,
so
So,
I don't
Mr.
shop a lot,
Mr.
but
Southern,
Marshall's cheap.
prior to August
Isn't
22nd
that like the
of
point?
2023, had you been previously convicted of retail fraud?
Yes.
Thank you. With that, Your Honor, defense is satisfied. Thank you for that correction, Madam Prosecutor.
I don't think that's the correction she made, Ms. Stevenson. I
So,
think she's saying you asked Mr. Southern what's the value of the property between 200 and 500 or something. You asked him, was it more than $200, less than some other amount? Ms. Ritter is saying the value of the property on the charge that he's pleading to, both of the values of the property were less than $200.
right. And so the charge on the August 22nd case is retail fraud second degree, which would mean that the only way they could charge him with that is because of a prior conviction, if the value was less than $200.
Right, you didn't say that though, Ms. Stevenson.
No, I did. I just asked in the follow-up whether or not prior to August 22nd, 2023, if Mr. Southern had been previously convicted of retail fraud.
But you also didn't ask him if the value of the property was less than $200.
Mr. Southern, when you were in Marshall's on August 22nd of 2023,
Or
did
you
you
could
attempt?
stipulate to it. I mean, I don't, either way, but I'm just saying that was the correction she made.
Did you attempt to leave the store with merchandise that was offered for sale valued at less than $200, Mr. Southern?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, with that defense is satisfied. My
boy.
apologies to the court.
That's okay. Are the people satisfied?
The people are not satisfied. Thank you.
I take it back.
Okay, the court is satisfied, and I will accept a guilty plea to 2 counts of retail fraud in second
Ms.
degree
Ritter was
as
actually
to
giving them a break.
cases ending in 5590 and 5123. With respect to the remaining cases, the court is going to dismiss the remaining cases ending in 4826, 4828, 5121, and 0509. Having accepted that guilty plea, those guilty pleas, Is there any objection to immediate sentencing for Mr. Southern? I do understand that Marshall's was present yesterday. They're not present today. And so, Ms. Ritter, is there an objection to proceeding without giving Marshall's an opportunity to speak?
Judge, Marshall's was, well, first judge, just a correction for the record, the court stated that they're dismissing case number ending 0509. That wasn't Mr. Southern's case, that was Ms. Thompson. And
Oh,
then,
I didn't mean it. Okay, yes, thank you. I don't know. I highlighted the wrong one. I'm sorry. Thank you.
it's okay, Judge, I just want a clear record.
Mhm.
With respect to Marshall's, judge, only because this is a repeated offense against the same store, I would like to give Marshall an opportunity to make a victim impact statement. So I'm gonna object to the immediate sentencing at this time.
Okay, so when is Mr. Southern's next court date on that circuit court case?
I believe, let me pull the email up, Judge. I know it's sometime early February.
Okay, and then also, how long has he been in custody now?
Mr. Southern has been continuously incarcerated at the Wayne County Jail since, I believe, August 23rd, according to information Deputy just provided me this morning.
And the retail fraud second degrees, those are both 93-day misdemeanors? Or are they
So
1 year?
second is 1 year.
Okay.
And Judge, his next court date on the felony matter is February 2nd.
Okay, so then let's do this, so I'll know, you know, if they do whatever resolution they're doing, now they could take into consideration that he's already pled to these two. They could take that into consideration on the felony, but, so let's bring him in February okay, so that's February 2nd. Let's bring him in February the 7th. Give the people an opportunity to reach out to no, it's not Myers, Marshall's. And see if they want to come in and make a statement to the court. Mr. Southern, you have a right to be brought over to court for your sentencing, to be sentenced in person. You can also consent to being sentenced on Zoom. What do you prefer, Mr. Southern?
Sentencing on Zoom.
Okay, then we're gonna set it for, I'm gonna put it on the docket for 8:59. So I know I didn't order a pre-sentence report. I'm not gonna order one. He's been in custody long enough for me not to order one. Because there's a 99.9% chance that I'm gonna give him some jail time with credit for time served. But the victim does have a right to make an impact statement. Unless we come, well, even if he comes back, and I mean, I guess the only thing that might change it is if something happens and he's gonna be going home on the felony, then I might consider probation, but with that theft awareness class. But that's you know, a slim possibility. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So did Mr. Southern say something?
Yeah.
No. Okay. All right. Anything
Sorry about
further
that.
then with respect to this case?
What was the sentencing date again, Judge? I'm sorry.
February 7th.
Okay, nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
All
Your
right,
Honor,
good.
on behalf of Mr. Southern, if it is, there have been some discussion about possibly requesting restitution in this matter. Could we also consider the February 7th date of an ability to pay hearing if restitution were to be ordered?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So that means he is alleged that he actually left the store and they did not retrieve the items?
That's correct, Judge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll set that. And that may also depend on the status of his circuit court case too.
That's actually become traditional.
In terms
at
of the
this point.
ability to pay, yeah. Okay, then we're all set until February 7th. Have a great day despite where you are, Mr. Southern. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ms. Stevenson, I did send you emails for the reviews while we've been continuing on. I think we are ready on Samuel.
Okay.
I'm ready for
Probably
someone
need to
to
speak to
act out.
Ross Springer. Mr. Ross Springer, start your camera. I'm gonna send you to a breakout room, Mr. Ross Springer. I'll turn your camera around because you sideways. Okay, there you go. All right, I'm gonna send you to a breakout room. Except to join the breakout room, the lawyers will come in to speak with you shortly.
Ross has potential. Ross has serious potential.
And then, but for him, this is his first review anyway.
Are you okay with him the way he was? I would like to bring him right back out.
I guess so. If
Okay.
you are okay. All right, so I'm assuming that the person sitting on the, boy, these people coming in my docket. Oh, I didn't bring in Miss Carnarvon. We had a report or something for her for last time.
I've got a nugget from Kristen too.
All right, let me bring in this unidentified.
That I'll probably squeeze in here before it's over. It's pretty solid.
And the individual that was just let into the Zoom room, please unmute and state your name. And the individual that was just let into the Zoom room, please unmute and state your name. And the individual that was just let into the Zoom room, please unmute your device and state your name. All right, I'm going to remove that device. I'll bring in Ms. Carnarvon.
Yeah, there's a growing tension. I feel like this call could go sideways at any moment. Yeah, we're connected. It's all good. Don't worry, Judge.
Okay, I don't know why she's not connecting, but are you ready on? Are you ready on Morgan?
Ready
Wait.
on Morgan, Your Honor. Oh,
Morgan, what's? Oh yes, are you ready on Morgan?
yes, I'm ready on Mr. Morgan, Your Honor.
That's probably because she wasn't sitting at that device. That's what that was about. All right, this is case number 146561202, the people versus George Heflin Morgan. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Strike that, 2 counts of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for an arraignment on a bench warrant. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. George Morgan. Mr. Morgan, sir, please unmute and say your full name.
George Heflin Morgan.
Today is the date set for an arraignment on the bench warrant. As to the arraignment on the bench warrant,
It's happening right now.
Mr. Flanagan, I thought you had sent me this. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Okay. How are we proceeding?
On behalf of Mr. Morgan, Your Honor, I'm going to ask the court to give Mr. Morgan an opportunity to bring this probation into compliance.
As to the
with-
arraignment on the bench warrant, Ms. Stevens.
Oh, I'm sorry, standing mute, waives reading of the information as to the plea of not guilty in Triner's behalf, and that we move to get the matter scheduled for review, Your Honor.
Court will enter a not guilty plea as to the arraignment on the bench warrant. And as to the request to give him an opportunity to get the matter back on track, Mr. Morgan was sentenced either on October 25th or on November 25th, but I don't know. His signature is dated November 25th, but the order is dated October 25th. And that's 2019. He had a lot of capiases in here. It's a lot. It's just a lot of capiases. A lot. And then, so it looks like he was sentenced in October. It looks like you were his lawyer too. And then he was scheduled for review. Well, the final review was October of 2020. That whole year was going by with no interim review dates. He was placed on probation for 18 months, according to the register, but I need to scroll back up. He was ordered to do many things, and then it looks like he had some probation report days, and I don't know if he appeared or not, but he was having some probation report days. And then when it was time for the review, he failed to appear. After the 1 year, he failed to appear, and then he did appear, or at least looks like he was scheduled by the magistrates or something or other. Let's see, he failed to appear November 20th, and then I set it for review February the 3rd of 2021. February 3rd, 2021, he failed to appear. And then I think he didn't reappear until now, until he was arraigned on the bench warrant. Now, why would I give him a chance to come into compliance?
Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to talk with Mr. Morgan. I do remember his trial. I remember his trial before this court, Your Honor.
Before me? You didn't remember his trial before me?
Yes, I do.
Why do you remember his trial before me? Because his sentencing order is signed by Judge Kenneth King.
And I'm not sure how we got to that place, but I do remember doing this trial before this court.
What was the trial about? That's not
was,
matching up, Ms. Stevenson.
Uh-oh.
So,
Let's see.
June 12th, 2018.
I wasn't on the docket. What are you talking about? Let me see. I wasn't on this docket.
This is awkward.
Well, hold on. 2018. I mean, am I looking at the wrong, hold on, who is this up here? Oh, wait, maybe I'm looking, Mr. Flanagan, you might have sent me the wrong thing, hold on. Oh, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong thing, so hold on. Let me click this off.
Thank you.
No, I'm not looking at the wrong thing. This is, okay. Okay, what date are you looking at?
I think it was June 12th, 2018.
I agree.
Okay, let me go to that, June 12th. Oh, this might have been, okay, this is weird. This may have been
Yes.
when I received all that work I was overloaded with when I was doing the domestic violence docket and the assault portion of the misdemeanor docket. So it looks like I did do a trial on this case, and then it was scheduled for sentencing. He must have failed to appear at the sentencing, August 20th, 2018. Now, I don't remember the trial. Let me just be clear about that. But he was scheduled for sentencing
So we
August
gathered,
the
Judge.
20th, 2018. And he failed to appear. And that's how Judge King ended up sentencing him, because when he did appear, then Judge King was handling the cases.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So
I wasn't really sure how it didn't end up with Judge Garrett instead of going to Judge King, but Mr.
because it
Morgan
wasn't a
was,
domestic violence case. Was it a domestic violence case?
no, it was on that combined docket. But
Right. Yeah.
so Mr. Morgan was sentenced by Judge King. And the reason I just remember a lot of complexities of Mr. Morgan's life and with his family and all that, Your Honor. So those issues have just continued to plague Mr. Morgan, which is the reason it took so long for him to get sentenced. And then with him coming back in after we got into the middle of COVID, trying to get the case back on track, looks like Mr. Morgan just continued to struggle. But I did have an opportunity very briefly to hear while I was in the breakout room that at this point, it looks like Mr. Morgan has some support at this time. And I think that will help him to try to finally get this case, which I think happened like in 2015 or 14, Your Honor, to actually get this case totally put behind him. I've given Mr. Morgan, 2014, I gave Mr. Morgan some contact information for anger management facilities that are approved by this court, first EVA and then the care if Mr. Rice just has too many people right now. I think that Mr. Morgan could absolutely benefit from the guidance of Ms. Bumpus at 36 District Court probation. I think he could benefit from a course of anger management. I see that he does have some support now, Your Honor, just to try to help him manage this probation, even though ultimately, if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, I think he got convicted of 2 counts of assault and battery. So, I don't want him to go to jail for 6 months. He doesn't want to go to jail for 6 months or a day, if that can at all be avoided. And I would ask the court for those reasons to give Mr. Morgan an opportunity to get the probation back on
Oh,
track.
he's got a little of the captain in him for sure.
Ms. Stevenson, I don't know what you mean by he now has support, but that doesn't mean anything to me, because people have to do what they're supposed to do, whether they have support or not. I mean, I want some support. I want some support. I want somebody to to help me with all the stuff that I have to do. And this it's not support. Sometimes you just don't get support. And when you don't get support, you just have to show up and do what you're supposed to do, or you might go to jail. So listen, because if not having support is an acceptable reason for you, if I'm saying, oh yeah, I understand, because he didn't have support, I understand, therefore he couldn't, he get a pass. That means his support controls whether he is successful on probation or not. That means his support determines whether he goes to jail or not. His support shouldn't have that much control over his life. Whether you support me or not, I'm going to show up every day and do what I need to do. And some days it's going to be extremely, extremely difficult. But with or without support, I'm going to do what is necessary to keep myself out of jail. I don't remember the trial. I don't remember anything about Mr. Morgan, because I'm sure I've done, I almost want to say 1,000 trials since then, but maybe the docket wasn't that heavy. I feel like I've done 5,000 trials. So I'm going to reinstate the probation, but this the last, he has so many capiases. He has so many, I don't have support, so I ain't showing up days. And we just don't have the luxury. We just don't have the luxury of that. So, okay. We're going to reinstate Mr. Morgan's probation. Give him a chance to work with Miss McComb.
I think it's
Or Miss Bumpus. And I mean, I don't really care about his support. I care about,
And then she cuts him
him
a
giving
break.
us a chance, this court a chance to support him. That's the support he needs. You don't need whatever support he has, that's good. But if they wake up tomorrow and say they don't want to support him, Mr. Morgan has to continue to do what he's supposed to do. All right. So it looks like, he had some probation report days that I see on the register. I don't know. I suppose they wouldn't just keep scheduling them. I don't know how that works, but what I'll do is reinstate it. I'll reinstate them for 6 months. And then I'll reinstate it for 6 months, which would put us in let's say July the 23rd. July 23rd, that's the 6-month date. And we'll put a review time for 10 o'clock. And then I'm going to give them a review for 3 months. So that'll be April the 20, let's see. Yeah, April 25th at 1:30. And all of his conditions that were originally set by Judge King are instituted. I'm just reinstating the probation as is. Anything further?
I have nothing further on behalf of Mr. Morgan at this time. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Morgan. I'm happy that you have support now. I am, but I hope you were listening to me. You can't just rely on your support. You gotta do this probation, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll see you in April, okay?
All right. Thank
Have a
you.
great day. You're welcome. Stay safe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I really like
All right,
that.
I'm ready
You have
on,
support.
Samuel.
After grumping for 5 minutes straight.
Case number, let me let him get up to the podium first. Case number 146122201, the people versus Antoine Lamont Samuel. The defendant is charged with operating while intoxicated. Today is the date set for review. Ms. Stevens, for appearance, please.
Janice Stevenson, on behalf of Mr. Antoine Samuel. Good morning, Mr. Samuel, sir. Please tell the judge your full name.
Good morning, Antoine Lamont Samuel.
Thank you. Today is the date set for review. Mr. Samuel was placed on probation for 9 months, and this is his first review day. But it looks like he was placed on probation in August, and so this should be his midway point. 5 months in. He has completed all the terms and conditions of his probation. He looks like he was trying to get off probation early. You were trying to get off probation early, Mr. Samuel?
Yes, ma'am. That's your honor.
Mr. Samuel, you saying you were like, I'm not gonna go see her for no 9 months. That's what you were saying?
Yes.
I don't take it personally, Mr. Samuel. I don't take it personally. Ms. Stevenson?
Your Honor, I'm going to move that the matter be closed with improvement. Thanking Mr. Samuel for a job well done.
Job well done. You did a great job. Mr. Flanagan, can you look at the probation order? Do you have his probation order?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much did I charge him for the oversight fees?
$420.
That was too much. Who said that? He was only on for 9. It says $420.
For supervision fees? Yes.
That's a mistake. I'm gonna just let y'all know. Whoever put that in, that's not the truth, because he's only on probation for 9 months. So it should have been 9 times 35. It should only have been $315. So he paid $1,200. Now I need to see everything his fines, costs, and fees totaled $1,200 that he paid. So can you give me a rundown then of what he paid? Because we definitely have to give him a refund, but it looks like I have to give him more than I thought I was gonna have to get. So how much was his fine?
All right. I can't deal with this. There's too much good behavior today.
Fine.
Dude, can you just scan it to me right quick? Let me see.
Oh, yes.
So Mr. Samuel, obviously I'm gonna discharge you early. You did a great job. Congratulations. But I was gonna just refund half of the
Good afternoon. Are you Benjamin Dahlstrom?
Buckle up, people.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. The court's dismissed out. Good afternoon.
We are on the record in case number 23-9139 SM. Mr. Dahlstrom, you're appearing for arraignment purposes on a bench warrant for a failure to appear in this case. You are for a pretrial conference. You're appearing with Ms. Mistley, the defense attorney available through the end of the defense counsel here to assist you. Mistley, you do have opportunity to review the allegations on the failure to appear for the pretrial conference, as well as the nature of the same with Mr. Dahlstrom.
I did. And Mr. Dahlstrom, we also discussed his rights. He will be admitting the failure to appear on May 30th.
Excuse me. There's been people coming through that door. I believe I've heard most everything. I apologize for mispronouncing your name, Miss Mistley. But yes, if we can close the door, maybe. They're coming through this hallway, and I keep hearing
Sure.
it opening.
Ask the officer. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Officer
So
Reese.
Ms. Mistley has indicated that you are going to admit that you failed to appear for that pretrial conference. Is that what you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if you are going to admit that violation, you'll waive your right to a hearing. You'll waive your right to have Mr. Graff represent you at that hearing. So you are aware of that.
Well, this most recent incident has been brought up. I believe that the state of the Grand Traverse Police Department has failed to do their job in tailing me, my car, through 2 turns.
Okay.
Before waiting
So
to
hold
put
on,
on
please.
Yes.
Yeah, this is just with regard to the fail to appear for the pretrial. That's what we're here to discuss. Mr. Graff is your attorney in the underlying case. Ms. Mistley is representing you just for the arraignment on the bench warrant. So you have 2 choices. You can admit that you failed to appear, or you can deny that you failed to appear and request a hearing. Which of those are you going to choose?
Would the hearing be this afternoon? I really would like to get home to my family. I have a cat at home that I'm the sole responsible person. And so if I could get a PR bond, and then come back for this
No,
failure.
that's not going to happen. You can either request a hearing or you can admit the violation.
Either way, I'm going to be here probably. And I'll see you then later today with Mr. Graff, as I understand it.
No.
No.
Okay, well then, I'm going to deny because I believe that the state of Michigan Police Department, Grand Traverse, has failed to do their responsibilities by tailing me and then turning on their signal as I'm in my driveway after following me through 2 turns, which if you're familiar with the law in the state, that is a violation of their
Judge, if you're familiar with the law in this here state of Michigan, where you are, a judge.
And that is why I'm here.
Okay, so you are going to deny that you failed to appear and you're going to request a hearing. Is that right?
Correct. Did you understand what I am addressing as well?
It doesn't have anything to do with the case that we are dealing with right now. You can discuss those issues with your attorney, Mr. Graff. You will be remanded to jail until the time of that hearing, and we will get it expedited and let Mr. Graff know that you have requested a hearing.
Are you or are you not familiar with the term tailing? Ma'am, Your Honor? I have
We're
a
all
question
set.
for the judge. Are you familiar, Your Honor? Oh.
There's a lot of definitions of that. So, that's not something that we are going to get into. Right now, you need to talk to Mr. Graff.
You're not
You
aware of
need
the
to talk to
conditions
your
of it?
attorney.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, maybe you should familiarize yourself with it because you are representing the state.
Holy wow, now that's messed up. I got to say it because I don't have my Kingma clip here. That's the way it is. All right. Well, thank you all for coming out. That was honestly, I just my flight got delayed, so I thought I'll stream for a little bit. Oh, we had a little coffee with Judge Bryant there, and then I got that nugget from Kristen. Thank you. And then you guys just had an impromptu 200K celebration in the chat, which was a lot of fun. Thank you very much. You guys are all sweet. That's what I got for the moment. I gotta go get on a plane. I'll see y'all soon.